What's up, guys? Brothers Esoff here today, back with Sean, owner of Fortis Fitness, the greatest gym I've ever been to. We're talking about the bench press. Everybody comments whenever they see me bench press. They don't see this apparatus, this gliding mechanism, the pins as well. I consider it the greatest bench press I've ever used. In this video today, it's custom built by Sean. He's gonna go into the details of what makes this bench press different. Without further ado, Sean, floor is yours.
All right, thank you for that very kind introduction.
It's true, it's all true.
So this bench press, this Fortis bench press we have here was created rather out of necessity. So what we have here is a 24/7 access strength gym. There's not always somebody around. We've got some really heavy equipment here, a lot of weight. We've got some really strong guys. We want them to test their max. We want to do super maximal work. Most of all, we get a lot of beginners. They're learning this stuff for the first time. So we designed this bench press really for reasons of safety. So we've got gliding arms, right, holders, and we've got moving safety pins. Now these are all really heavy duty, they're adjustable to the inch.
Yeah.
Both of them. So if you've got moving bar arms, it implies a really heavy weight. It implies that you're going to need a lift off, because that's what this is, basically an automatic lift off.
Right. And why is that good, Sean?
What it does is it saves your shoulder. Peak contraction theory, right? If I can lift 300 pounds here, in my groove,
right.
That's where I'm strong, and that's where I can lift 300 pounds.
Right.
But back here, half a foot, I'm not strong. It's going to put my shoulders in jeopardy. And that's what we're trying to avoid. And that's why guys get a lift off often at a powerlifting meet, also to save their strength for the actual press.
Sean, the unnecessary expenditure of energy this kind of saves, as well as positioning correctly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, as with the lift off, you're still going to get a preload. A preload is really important. Preload, in its purest form, I'm going to lift this out with no moving arm, and I'm going to bring the bar over into my groove, over the top of my chest, and I'm going to press that. That gets my body, my brain, and the neuromuscular system, everything ready for the actual press. So we still want to do a bit of that by pressing against the bar. So you press against the bar, you're going to palm the bar down, engage the lats, right over to the high point, take your breath before you do all that, and pop the bar in perfect position. Just like a lift off. It's basically an auto lift off.
You never need someone to lift off again.
Exactly. And you don't need anybody here.
And Sean, the other example too, man, is the guys like Jeremy that are benching 500 pounds. The amount, as you said, the coordination necessary to get the proper lift off, it just involves so much logistics that this
absolutely
eliminates it.
You're gonna adjust the lift off, the preload, right? Not the actual preload, pressing against that bar to engage. Yeah. And to press that bar down as much as you want. It's anywhere up to the amount of force it would require to overcome the resistance.
Right.
That's it. So there's your preload.
Right.
You have your cake and you get to eat it too. You don't need any spotters. You adjust these just below the high point of your chest. So if you have a problem, you just can deflate your chest a little, right?
Yeah.
Move a bit of the arch. Bar's going to fall harmlessly onto the pins. A little bit about the full body face saver. So you'll often get a bench press with some kind of safety apparatus, or you'll get a bench press with moving arms. But not both. Yeah. We wanted both because again,
if you have that without the face saver,
this implies a heavy weight. If I need a lift off, I'm lifting a heavy weight, but I've got no face saver. That doesn't make any sense to us.
I agree.
So we added both. That was the magic. So really, for a beginner too, what if the bar floats?
Right.
What if they lose control and it falls down here? Your lower body's covered, your neck, your face completely covered. You can't go wrong. Totally safe.
Now this is a competition bench. Every single part of this bench is exceptional quality. What makes this different, and if someone sees this, they might look, it's a little wider, but also it's firmer. And then what's this right here? So what is this bench and why is it superior? Because it is.
Sure. So for guys, whether they're competing or whether or not they're competing in powerlifting, it's a good idea to use a standard, and probably the best standard we have in strength sports or just in the strength gym in general is let's use that competition bench width. It's designed to accommodate really big guys or somebody who's a little smaller, mainly for stability, the length, the width. You'll find a lot of benches and gyms are a little too narrow. Guys are a little unstable on them. We don't want that. So we just went ahead and used the standard competition bench width, height, and length. And what people find, if they've never used a bench like this, is they really get to like it because it pretty much works for anybody. It's the right height for the right leverage. It's not too high, not too low. The Fortis bench press is actually patent pending. It's trademarked, and we will be producing them as soon as we can. We hope to be producing them this year and selling them to people. So with this Fortis bench press, the combination of the full body face savers, and the moving bar holders allows anybody, regardless as to their experience level or strength, to lift really, really safely. You know, you can choke band, you can use change, you can do whatever you want on this, you can do some partials, but the big thing here is safety and using a maximal load or even a super maximal load safely without any concern whatsoever. And at the same time, get as strong as you possibly can.
The coolest thing that this combines, I could say for the bench press for myself, is a combination of the perfect lift off every single time so you can depend upon it, a standardized bench press, and the full body face saver so you can always bench press as heavy as you want, safely, every single time.
And that's what we're after. We want everybody who comes to this gym, anybody who uses this bench press, to express themselves, get as strong as you possibly can.
Lift that shit!
Don't worry about crushing yourself. Don't worry about, you know, the bar hitting your face or any of that nonsense. The Fortis bench press is patent pending. It's also trademarked, and we should have it for sale hopefully within the next year or so. Thanks for letting us show you all this bench press. We appreciate it. We hope to see you down at the gym, Fortis Fitness.